welcome to my new YouTube series. This is going to be where I just review the tape of some games and I try to get better at analyzing what I did well and what I could have done better. I figured if I want to become a pro player, I need to be doing this anyways more. So this is a way to keep me accountable. Maybe some of you guys will have tips for me on what I can improve, things I haven't seen. I recently played in the MLP Dallas event as part of the Duper 16 team for the Dallas Flash. And so this is going to be our men's match of our first game in MLP Dallas. Here we are against two of my friends from Austin, actually. So I have some experience on how they've played before, which helped me. They also have experience on how I played. I'm just gonna skip to the part where we start playing. So Chris is about to serve. Let's see. I think that was good. I was in the correct position to poach right there. My partner was standing back, so I barely even had to step up because that was mostly in the middle. Drop, staying back. That's good. Good. Okay. I should have just focused on carrying the ball more upwards and not on hitting the perfect drop, so it should have been okay if it's better to miss long. I've heard that it's better to miss long than to hit it into the net. So just give them one more ball to attack. So going back, I would probably just hit it a little bit harder, a little bit higher. It doesn't matter if that gives them an overhead or an attackable ball, it's better than going into the net. That was tough because I set myself up so well. Yeah. So I really like what I did here. The drive wasn't that great, but it set me up for an easy drop. The drop went really nice. After that, I was able to take it out of the air with a flick. And I should have been ready for the ball to come back, and I should have had my paddle already up there to just finish it off. I'm still happy with the way I set it up. It was just a bad judgment on when the ball was gonna come back. Nice drops from Michael. I didn't want to give him an attackable ball. Okay. Yeah, so here I think I made the right choice. Michael's dropping it well and I saw him coming to the net, so instead of trying to speed it up or hit a shot he would have to really move for, I just decided to reset that into the kitchen, which I think was the right move. Because then now he had to move a little bit back to do Dink, which gave me a tiny bit of a pop-up to then attack Chris. Great setup from my partner, Zach. Really like that forehand roll he did right there, set me up for a perfect shot. That was just a really bad drive. I should not be driving a ball, first of all, that is that low and short, and if I do, it should be a really soft drive that's high with a lot of topspin. I need to really be attacking from under the ball, and even then there's a higher risk that it could go out. So I don't know what I was doing, just hitting it flat like that. Yeah. Okay. This one's harder for me to analyze, so let me try to look at it again. Okay, so short return and it's a little high, so that was a good ball for me to drive. And it was a good drive. Chris had a great block right there. Then I probably should have stayed back a little bit so I could take it off of the bounce. But considering that I think the reset wasn't the worst. Wow, it wasn't great. Yeah, Chris attacks. I shouldn't have started to move back. I think when I saw Chris ready to attack, I should have waited until he attacked and split step and did it from there. But if I'm moving back while Chris is attacking the ball, I'm more likely to get a dead ball on my paddle. Bad drive on my part, and I was also crowding my partner there, so I was distracting him. Yeah. Okay, we're keeping back. They're attacking well. Okay, just an unlucky dink. Michael went for a little too much there, and that helped us out. Maybe the angle was a little risky that I went for, but I was pretty comfortable hitting that angle, so I don't regret having gone for it. My drives are just a little off right now, so they're high, and my partner is getting punished for that, having to hit a really hard shot, so. Oh my god. Great attacking from Michael. Zach just hit a lucky lob right there. That's what saved us. Seeing that Michael was kind of on fire there and expecting every ball to come to him, I maybe should have redirected it towards Chris. No comment.
What are you doing? What?
Zach did not agree with that out call. Take a look. It was good attacking from him. That was out, I think. But yeah, I mean, good attacking from Zach. I think it was a little similar to that point I had early on in the game where he wasn't expecting it to come as much, so he hit it just a second too late. But yeah, that was just the same thing I had done. Okay, I could obviously just say, oh, unlucky or whatever, but there has to be a way, something wrong with my footwork and the way I aimed that would have led to that. Chris hit a nice... I don't know, I might need someone to kind of help me understand. So... am I just like twisted too much? That might be it. Should I have stepped to the right and taken it as a backhand, or should I have just leaned forward, kept my legs forward, and focused on the angle I wanted to hit? Okay. Dinking battle. Yeah, I popped it up. Chris just did better than me in that moment and definitely beat me in that dink battle. I should have aimed that towards the middle for sure. So, like, you can see Chris has good angles right here. It's a good angle. I'm trying to hit sharper angles back. I need to just be resetting it to the middle and just reestablishing my footing. Great pressure from Zach. I would say it's a good choice of a drop shot because they weren't expecting it in that moment. Again, going with the sharp ankles, that's just not the move. Yeah, Michael's drives were going good right there. Maybe it wasn't the best idea for us to full stack right here. It's tough playing against your friends because you want to support them, but you also want to win, you know? Yeah, it was bittersweet, but it was really good seeing all these familiar faces, so. Tough. Nice drive. Good spot from Zach. I think we had put some good pressure on Chris. At this point, we kind of noticed that Chris was a little nervous, and so we wanted to target his forehand more. Good serve. Let me look back there. That was a nice drop from Zach. I don't know what I was doing, just chilling in the middle here, to be honest. If I'm on the right side, I shouldn't be sitting here in the middle or trying to like poach from this side. I should be going all the way to the right, and Zach should be closing in here as well. So that's my fault for just being here. And so Michael hits a ball down the line, I'm going to be overstretched and hit it into the net. If I was more established, I could have either hit it with a forehand counter with my arm tucked more into my body, or I could even gone further and just hit a backhand counter there. But yeah. Okay, good pressure, good angles. Good pressure from Zach as well. Bad job, but Zach should have stayed a little back, I guess. At this point, I was pretty nervous as well, so my shots were a little off right now, and I was getting in my head a little bit. Great counter from Zach. He was just ready for that. I think I was doing my job and just hitting some safe but pretty aggressive dinks. Nice drive. Nice. Might have been my best point of the match right there. Sorry, I'm gonna play one more time. Wanna try to see what I did right. This is not me clipping on Chris or anything. He already clipped on me a couple times. Yeah, good dink. Yeah, Zach had told me earlier, it was a really good observation on his part that Chris was sitting on his backhand. He was much more likely to be chicken winged or just not be able to get a counter on his forehand side as much. So I tried to stay aware of this, and when I saw Michael was hitting back my dinks pretty easily, I thought I'm gonna try to bait a couple more times, make them think I'm gonna keep going cross court, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go down the line and test it and see if Chris is ready for that, or if that's something I can exploit. Yeah, I should be playing a little more safe, going for body or adding more topspin if I'm trying to pass them. Nice. Yeah, good defense on our part. I just think that's good that we stayed back. And we just waited until we got lucky. Almost had that. Yeah, I should not. Looking back, the drive was fine. But there I am again, just going into like a weird position to try to be more aggressive than I need to be. I should have just let it bounce and hit a drop. Good hands from Chris. I needed to be a little more patient there. Good shots from Zach. Just good defense there. Lucky. Yeah, my drives are costing us a little right now. I should have probably started dropping it more. Yeah, I'm not establishing my footing, I think, which is causing a lot of mishits and pop-ups. But let me know if there's something else you notice, because I'm still kind of learning this. Zach is doing a good job of attacking. Got too confident, tried to pull that same move I did last time, and Michael hit a really sharp and short dink. So the ball it will be really hard to speed it up or get it over here without the ball going really high. And I just was not thinking straight. And my issue was I saw I was losing the battle of angles here, and I still decided to keep going. I should have reset it to middle way earlier, back when we were dinking a little bit here. Anyways, we're kind of making a comeback here, even though it doesn't look like it. Great drop from Zach. I was reminding myself to start attacking Chris's forehand a little more, because his backhand counters were solid. So I'm getting my head back in the game at this point. Nice drop. And dink. Okay. Not the best execution, but I kind of saved myself from making that same exact mistake as last time. So at least I was a little aware of that even mid-game. But I'm dinking with Michael. His backhand dinks are solid. And so I try to go middle. I think I pop it up a little bit so Chris is able to attack it. But I see that and sit on my backhand. And I'm able to barely get some type of counter. And luckily, Chris was not expecting that at all. So I just get lucky with him hitting a counter a little bit too late. It was also just super busy all around here, so this is much harder to focus than some other matches and tournaments I've played before. Okay, let's actually go back. See that. Good return from short return, so I drive that. Okay, I think I'm locking in at this point. I really wanted to win this game, so I'm being as alert as I can and waiting for speed ups. And luckily, I got the speed ups I was expecting. I should have just let Zach keep doing that. Zach's doing a really good job of just putting pressure on them right now.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just great. I'm trying to give Zach his space as well right now because he's putting a little more pressure than I am on those low drops. He's still able to get some more spin and give it back to them. I think we're at match point right now. Yeah. Huge shout out to Chris and Michael. They put up a really good fight. I really thought we were cooked in that first half, but somehow we made a comeback. But it was so fun playing against them, and honestly, really fun to just review this game footage. There's so much stuff I'm learning just watching myself play again and looking at my tendencies. I need to definitely kind of be a little more patient, anticipate the next ball a little better. But yeah, please, well, first of all, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please let me know things you'd like to see in the future. I'm definitely thinking of taking this further and getting a lot more creative with this. This is just me starting a series to kind of have a series on my channel that I can be consistent with and get creative with. I think this is something that's more suited for me to post rather than just gameplay videos, tournament videos. There's other YouTubers that do that better than me. And I think that reviewing my matches and reviewing my gameplay, trying to look at ways to get better, analyzing my gameplay, that's stuff that all aligns with my goal and what I'm trying to do. And for other people trying to go pro or just trying to get better, this might help you get better at analyzing gameplay and understanding what players at our level need to get better at. Just for reference, this is around the 4.0 level. Also, please let me know any major issues with my game you noticed watching this. I know a lot of higher level players might be watching this, so tell me anything you noticed that I didn't mention, maybe stuff I didn't see. I'd really appreciate that because I'm just trying to get better. But anyways, thanks for watching. Goodbye.